I've gotten much more accepting of my body image. There's a lower pressure to dress well and present yourself well here than at my old school, and that has helped me in wearing loose clothes that make me feel more comfortable about my body.
It hasn't changed specifically because of IMSA. For me, it was little things like, oh, I look so fat in this picture. People saying those kind of things made me reflect on how I looked.
Prior to IMSA, I had a really negative view of my body and hated many parts of myself because I was constantly being judged and given backhanded compliments about my body at my old school. At IMSA, however, I've been able to become neutral towards my body. Body neutrality is something that I struggle to work towards, but the people and environment at IMSA has allowed me to respect my body and appreciate it for what it is, and not try to change it.
I think that it's hard to see my body in a positive light because I typically associate it with comparisons with others, like how people are able to balance exercise in their schedule and I haven't, and as a result I can't see myself as healthy. Other things like food availability and growing out of sizes at IMSA has really been hard, and it's easy to be critical of my body as a result.
I mean, it's definitely gotten better, both physically and mentally. After COVID, it was rough. I had gained weight, but this year, I've lost weight. I've had friends to encourage me to step outside my comfort zone. I've worn things that I wouldn't normally wear, and this changed the way I perceive myself.
I've become more comfortable in my body because I see others who are confident in theirs. The IMSA community is also pretty accepting in general, at least more than my old environment, which makes me more accepting of myself.
The stressful perfectionist culture of IMSA is a crucible for eating disorders. That being said, I eventually realized that to perform my best at IMSA, a balanced, vitamin-containing diet was important, so I've recently stopped starving myself.
I've become more aware of my body image and how I'm perceived, which ended up creating new insecurities.
When people project their insecurities to other people, or when they see a harmful comment.
I think society fetishizes certain bodies. Not only this, but I find that we tend to ignore things like what is healthy versus what isn't in body size and shape. I think a better understanding of the connection between the body and the mind, as well as a better acknowledgement of genetic predispositions, is in order.
There's this idea that accepting and loving yourself is a one-size-fits-all approach. A lot of times people say you just have to love yourself, but I don't think that's always true. The reality is that loving your body looks different for everyone. You don't have to be body positive or say that you love yourself to the mirror every day to respect or love yourself. You can be body neutral or you can be somewhere in between. So I think this complexity is missing from the current movement of body equity.
A lot of it's just in your head. For me personally, a lot of the insecurities come from what I think people think about me rather than what they actually say or what they show. I don't think I've ever been told anything negative about my body at IMSA, yet I still feel insecure about it sometimes, despite the inclusive environment.
Lack of representation in media, and lack of exposure to different body types.
Unnecessary input from other people about others' bodies. People tend to stick in their opinions where no one asked, and that slows down progress for getting things folks need.
It's changing people's mindset about their body. I think that many people believe that spreading body positivity and telling people their bodies are beautiful is enough to help people. But if you have insecurities, it's really hard to undo the mindset that you already have. It's an active effort to stop viewing your body as something bad or ugly, and changing the individual views that people have of their bodies is the hardest thing to do.